My name is Donald Barrows. I accepted Jesus when I was 12 years old, but I didn't really meet him until a few years ago. My family started going to church when I was about 6 years old, but there was a lot of legalism in my life before I met Jesus, a lot of black and white. And between that and my porn addiction, I felt like I was just never good enough, and I would try to make up for it by doing good works. Realizing I needed a relationship with the one and only Jesus wasn't really a singular point in my life, but was something that came about over a long period of time. I'd always focused on God the Father and trying to please him, so I was good at performing and not relating. I always thought that if I could do just a little bit more or a little bit better, that I'd finally be accepted. And meeting Jesus made me realize that that was not the way. I met Jesus after coming to Redeemers for a few years with my wife, and we joined a community group, and I started serving, and there were a few people who really modeled to me how Jesus loved and accepted me, which was really hard for me to understand because of my 20-year porn addiction and because I'd been through a divorce and just generally felt like a failure. Having a real relationship with Jesus has brought more peace to my life than I knew could exist, and my life is brighter and more full. I had believed Satan's lie that I was taking care of my porn addiction for most of my life, and that was weighing me down more than I knew. Now that I'm free, it just is incredible how many different parts of my life it's touched. I have seen blessings in all aspects of my life. I have always loved serving. Serving is one of my gifts, but now my motivations are different. I'm not trying to make up for my problems or what I've done. I serve because I love Jesus and appreciate what he has done in my life. I serve a couple different ways at Redeemers. I'm on the production team running sound. My wife and I lead a community group down in South County, and I'll be co-leading a Conquer group, which helps men with their sexual addictions. And if you'd asked me 2 years ago if I would be leading anything, I would have looked like you were nuts. And it's just proof of how God works in somebody's life. Serving is one of my gifts, and I love being able to help people. Running sound is something I've done at every church I've ever attended, and I enjoy helping create an atmosphere where people can come and experience Jesus free of distractions. I'm pumped to be co-leading this Conquer group coming up. The one I attended earlier in the year that was a huge turning point in my life. It was so powerful being around other men who were going through the same exact thing, people who'd been through the same thing, and seeing how God worked. It was just powerful being around those kind of people. And I had tried to please God for a long time and accept his love, and going through this group, finally repenting, helped me realize just how I was an accepted and loved child of God. I'm fearlessly following Jesus by being transparent about my life and the work Jesus has done in it. I want other people to know just how good Jesus is and how he can get them out of whatever junk they're in. If Jesus can redeem my past, he can help you through whatever you got going on.